if the pussy's there, we'll go for it.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you have to understand that if you're giving it away for free, like literally, I can download the app right now, right? And in an hour, I can have sex. Like, sex is so readily available from women, that men no longer have to work for it. If men had to work for sex, we wouldn't have half of the problems that we're having right now. But the thing is, women are giving away their vaginas so readily, so easily, that men are like, oh, well, you know, I don't have to work for it. Like, what the hell?
And then we'll scream men are trash, but we set the standard.
Yeah, you have to leverage sexual access to get commitment. That's what it is. You need to leverage sexual access to get commitment.
Right.
Just like a man, you know, leverages like his commitment or his resources, you know, whether that's physical protection, emotional security, or financial security, in order to gain access. Like, you need to do, or women need to do a better job of leveraging sexual access to get commitment. Because if you're giving it away for free, then why am I going to commit? I can get it for free.
And then you go on a talk show, on a dating show with a guy that's just had sex with you, right, in the morning, talking about, oh yeah, you know what, I want to date a guy. What, you just had a penis inside you, like, because your vagina is so readily available. Yeah, you have to understand. Seriously, I think women need to understand. You are making your vaginas too readily available, okay? And then you cannot now complain that men are trash, because the bottom line is, if you don't set the standard, if you don't set the precedent, because men will die through fire for pussy. I'm telling you, right? They will die through fire for pussy. I'm telling. Ish knows, right?
Dave has a song. Don't die for nyash.
Yeah, but I'm saying, right, exactly. But the thing is, if you make it less ready, because like I said, if Dave Chappelle said, if pussy was a stock, right, it would plummet. It would be plummeting right now because the market has been flooded with it, right? So you have to understand that if you flood the market with something, it no longer becomes precious.
I think it's a bit of laziness.
It no longer becomes precious.
I think
that's why vagina is not precious anymore.
But why is there a need for it to be precious? Why isn't it like, men have been given their dicks out?
There's not if you want to be a side chick.
But if you want guys to commit to you, then they need to value you.
You don't think your body's precious?
I think my body's precious. Sex is sex. It's something to do because you want to enjoy it. It's not because, oh, hey, this is like, what is this guy going to give me? So I'm going to give him this. It's just like, oh, I don't know. One day I might want to have sex. I'll do it.
I don't know about that.
You can create life from sex.
Talk it into your mic a little closer. Yeah.
I prefer, like, you're not having sex with me. Like, as a woman, personally, like, you can just go out and be like, I want to have sex. But like, definitely treat me like a princess first. Like, don't just like, you can't just enter and leave. Like, I think I don't want that.
You can't just go down to the gas station and have sex with me and I go back to my boyfriend.
But
yes,
like,
we can.
Yes, yeah. Some women are fine with that, and that's their prerogative. And I don't think you should. You shouldn't control women who want to do that and like make them feel bad about it, because that's, you know, there's a lot of people with kinks out there, men and women involved, who are like into that, but there's a lot of women who are not.
Trying to make them feel bad about it.
All women to be like, you're all slags.
So do you have the same energy for men that don't want to date girls with high body counts? Do you have the same energy? Like, that's your prerogative. You're allowed to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Or because a lot of times what I see is like, there'll be things like slut shaming and like shaming language when men want to have standards.
But it's also like, I don't think if you're a woman who doesn't sleep around a lot, I don't think you would want to date a man who sleeps around a lot. I think you just probably find someone who's on your level of shagging.
Yeah, but a guy who sleeps around a lot is definitely a guy who's provided value to a particular extent, because the vast majority of guys can't do that. You know, this is the apex
Women
fallacy.
are attracted to men with sexual experience.
Exactly, like because you deal with the best guys, you think all guys are like that, whereas the reality is that that's a very minute percentage of men.
No.
Yeah, I've had a lot of girls on this show, and typically they don't want a virgin.
Yeah. Would you like a virgin man?
I've always wanted to try a virgin.
To try.
I'm too old now, but I would like, because I feel like if you're a virgin, like, you're probably waiting for someone special, and like if you were to, I think it goes both ways. It's like, oh, like, I'm the first.
No,
like,
wait,
to
really
try the
special.
novelty.
Can I just add something?
She said try a virgin.
The novelty.
Wait, your DMs are gonna be flooded.
Oh my God, they're already going crazy for you in the chat. They're already,
Princess treatment first. The princess, and then
they're already in the chat. They're like, wife her.
But I'm saying, like you would want a virgin man for a long-term relationship.
yeah.
So you would prefer to teach a man how to have sex in the bedroom.
Yeah.
100%. I'd rather like him be like, oh, I'm a bit. I think it's more attractive if a man is too confident in chatting to me. Leave, because I know you've chatted to 10 girls in this club already, like, or this bar, whatever. Like, you're too skilled at this, right? I want someone who comes to me, like, my last ex, like the first kiss we had, he was like shaking a bit. I was like, you okay? He was like, can I kiss you? And I was like, this is the sweetest thing. I think it's the sweetest thing when someone's like really nervous, because obviously, like,
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
so sweet.
I don't believe you.
Can't lie, that's very
It was
cringe.
well cute.
No, I love when someone asks to kiss.
It was just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, cute, not attractive or
Can I say
arousing.
It was attractive. It was
Yeah.
definitely
But was it
attractive.
arousing?
Can I say
If
something?
he was like,
different?
I was like,
Let me say something.
calm down.
Do you have fanny flutters?
I think this generation of women have become so masculine, that some feminine behaviors in men actually turn them on.
Wow.
Maybe.
Like
That's very interesting.
that is what I believe. I believe that so many women of this this generation have become so masculine that men acting like women now turns them on. And it's very weird to me because it's
I
like
don't think it's acting like women. If
It
you don't
is,
wanna
because it's
shag
like-
loads
It's
of
expressing
women.
femininity.
Everyone
it is.
has
It's quite a feminine. Thing
Everyone
to
has
express.
everyone has masculine and feminine inside
Yeah, but
them.
of course, if
it's
you're
at
a
varying
man-
different degrees.
Yeah,
You know,
but if you're a man, typically, this isn't exhaustive, of course. Typically, you're gonna have more masculine energy.
What do I look like?
yeah, but you'll
You know, kissing a
you'll
girl.
still
Can
have
I shake
feminine
it when I'm
aspects.
oh my god, I don't know what to. What do I look like? Look like a. I
You
look
ever
like
think about when feminism advocates for men, it only advocates for men to benefit them because they want them to be more emotionally available.
What? Say that again.
Whenever feminism advocates for men, they only advocate for men when it benefits them because they want men to be more emotionally available. So it's really about the women, it's not the men.
Stop it.
I would argue that being emotionally available is good for everyone.
Yeah, it's
and
good
not
for
just the man.
everyone.
Especially if
Yeah.
you choose to have kids, an
100%.
emotionally available man.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than an emotionally
I mean,
unavailable
like,
one.
and you would think that from a woman's point of view.
Yeah, you
But
would.
yeah, because that's
feel
like, yeah.
Okay.
Because
All right,
you know.
so
Let's
I've
ask the man. Yeah.
I've got a caveat to that. So, in an instance, I agree with you, but more so than anything, a man shouldn't be emotionally available to his woman, because a woman, more times than not, doesn't understand the complexities that he goes through. He should be emotionally available to his male friends who he should seek guidance from
100.
in order to deal with the situations that will come within his relationship. And I'm saying male friends that are actually good and conducive to what he wants. And that way, what happens is a woman will feel emotionally comfortable to come and open up to her man because he can be her rock.
Yeah, I feel like women think they
you
can.
see that. You see that guy that's a bit nervous that wants to kiss you, and it was like, oh my god, I'm shy. You see that guy there. You know that guy's not a protector.
Exactly.
Somewhere in you, you know that guy's a pussy.
He gonna see a spider.
Yeah,
You do. You know that guy is not he's not confident. He doesn't get girls. He's not the type of.
He does.
He's not the type of
He does get
man.
girls.
He's not the type of man that you step out in public with and say, okay, this guy's going to protect me. He's not that dude. So at the end of the day, it might be a novelty for a certain for a certain time, right? But I think in the long run, you wouldn't even respect that man.
Yeah,
Was it
that's what I-
first?
that's
Was
what I
it first or
believe.
second guy? I'm just
That was
curious.
the second guy.
So the one you left. I'm
Look at the result.